Hello, everyone. It's Carolyn Dorin Ballard. My husband, Del Ballard, and I are the co-presidents of Ballard versus the Big C, striking back to spare more lives. Our lives were forever changed in 2010 when Del was diagnosed with tonsil cancer. As Del always says, he beat cancer, but there is constant treatment. Going into our 11th year, we have raised over $800,000 to help families going through the cancer journey. Our benefactors, Cancer Care Services, North Texas Laryngectomy Society, and Baylor All Saints contribute in many different ways to help families. They provide nutritional supplements, chemo treatments, navigator programs, financial and emotional support, and voice boxes for those who can't speak. Thank you to the bowling community and especially to the SYC families for supporting our passion. None of this would be possible without your support. Good luck to all the bowlers this year, and please check out all our social media pages, and please check out ballardversusthebigc.org.
Go Ballard versus the Big C!
All right, welcome everyone to a special edition of the Morning Bull in so many ways, because our friends at Facebook have said you can't go live on Facebook. And so here we are. We're on YouTube. For anyone that's checking in on YouTube, welcome. For all the Morning Bolt fans that watch on Facebook, as soon as Facebook allows us to play nicely with them, we will, boom, post this video up on Facebook too. We're talking with Carolyn Dorin Ballard, the Hall of Famer, this morning. And I've got a special co-host. I'm going to bring him in right now. And his name is Nathan Johnson. Nathan, what's going on, my man? How are you?
Hey, it's a beautiful, beautiful afternoon here now in Pennsylvania.
Where are
Blue
you?
sunny skies.
Where
I
exactly are you?
I am in a little town called Towanda, Pennsylvania.
Yeah,
I'm actually
Towanda.
inside of my dealership's Chrysler showroom right now, which is vacant from anybody. So should be pretty calm here.
So you're working. You're a big time bowler. We'll talk about your bowling. And Carolyn's gonna call in. We're gonna grill Carolyn Dorin Ballard, the Hall of Famer, for a few minutes. Probably on both sides. We'll grill her and then we'll flip her over and grill her some more about what's going on in her career. We've got our friend Kyle is in. What's up, Kyle? Mark Eli is in, our barbecue master. He's our pit master at Storm Nation. I think I put Mark Eli at top of the charts for, top of the charts for doing the grilling on the weekends. He crushes.
There we go.
All right, my friend, thanks for being my co-host this morning. We appreciate it.
Yeah, absolutely.
And,
absolutely.
Tell me some good news from the Elmira, New York area. What balls are rolling good for you right now in league and your tournaments?
Well, I haven't really done as much tournament play right now with everything that's been going on in my father. So family first. I did get a chance to punch up the Tour Dynamics from Roto Grip, so that ball's been in my bag. It's gone down the lane the last 3 days. A little bit of practice on it, 512 for 2 games. Almost shot 300 the first game, but a little bit of an oops. But 700, 720s last couple days in league, not too shabby.
Not too. That's you know what? That's pretty much standard operating procedure for you. So nothing to. Yeah, listen, that's your normal deal. All right. So Nathan, you mentioned your father's going through a little bit of health stuff. Coach is down in Florida. He's getting some treatments. He's fighting hard, just like our esteemed guest today. Which hey, look, these things happen in life. You got to battle through them. And Coach he's ready to go. He's ready to take on this battle.
Yep, he starts treatments on Monday, I believe. So it's going to be a long 6 to 8 weeks, but he's going to get through it.
We know he will. He's a tough guy, and he's excited to get back to being healthy, getting back to traveling with us when we go on our shenanigans. Our first Our first trip together was Sharks Tigers invading Las Vegas. That happened a couple of years ago, and we had a great time. Coach was there. We had lifesavers all around. We were good to go. Uh, you bowled pretty good. I think you were the highlight of our bowling. But you know, then we went to Springfield, Missouri, where again, ironically, you bowled good again. So I think it's just something. I think the better players tend to bowl good tournament time, right? That's just the way it goes. So
Yeah, it's a eyes forward and just keep plugging away.
yeah.
I've
Well,
gotten better. I'm not going to say I'm one of the best tournament players, but I've gotten a little bit better with my game and craft over the last couple of years. So
yeah.
you never stop learning.
Yeah. So what else are you doing in the bowling community in your area? Aren't you volunteering and on your board or something like that?
Oh Lord, I am the association manager of my local association. I am also part of the state board. I'm the PR director on the New York State USBC state board. I'm a junior bowling coach. So, bowling, bowling, bowling if I'm not at work.
Yeah.
But
And how's this work thing go when you have all these bowling things? How do you balance it all?
it's pretty rough, but it's all right. It's it's I'm Monday through Friday. Thankfully, we don't work weekends, so everything balances out.
Yeah. All right, Nathan, I'm going to tell you that as you know, I'm a part-time bowler at this stage of my life, and by part-time, I mean I show up to a tournament and I bowl my 3, 6, or 9 games, and I haven't bowled league in a few years, and so I really bowl about once or twice a year the past few years. I still love it, but it hurts, so I don't do it very frequently. My arm kills me when I bowl. I did just recently. I drilled a summit and an exponent, 14 pounds. So I went down to 14 and I bowled this Tuesday night, my second night of league. A week ago, I bowled the first night of league. Leanne has roped me into bowling league again, so I'm excited.
Well,
And I
you should be. I mean, that's what we told you to do in Springfield. You can't pick up a ball 2 weeks before we start bowling
yeah,
and be ready to go.
right.
So,
So I'm gonna bowl 3 games a week now, and we're gonna see how this goes. My arm didn't hurt as much with the 14 as it did week one with the 15, so that's good. And I want to brag about the summit ball that I drilled. The summit, 14-pound summit. I looked at the RGs, the differentials, all the tech stuff, and it's the same in 14 as it is in 15. And I struck every shot, and the summit is the first ball that we introduced AI core technology in. And
mhm.
I'm not good, but every time I hit the pocket, I struck except for one time. I left one solid 9 in the night, and I opened 6 times and I bowled 680 something with 6 opens. I split a few
Yeah.
times, but that ball
So it's,
carries unbelievable, and I was surprised having
yeah.
14 pounds. Right, so crazy.
Yep. I have a summit drilled. I haven't gotten a chance to throw it a whole lot, but I do have a summit. I do like the shape that it gets, the continuation through the pins. Really good piece.
Well, you should like it because you throw it about 27 miles an hour on your first ball, and then you throw it hard on your second. So the summit revs up and rolls great, and there you go. All right, Dell Ballard's texting me. Blair's calling me. Um,
They want to know what you did to Facebook, probably,
I
because
don't know why Dell is calling me. That's crazy. He wants me to send him the link because Dell's basically like one of my extended children. So click the link, Dell. Are you listening on YouTube? Let me tell him. Anyway, I just got out of a meeting before this show, and I will tell you that I'm excited about all these new products that we have coming out and what our R&D team has been able to create. And what I said in the meeting was, I'm, this is about as excited as I've ever been for a product lineup. What we currently have in the market and what I know is coming that I can't talk about on this show is ridiculous.
But it's just you and I. Nobody else is
Yeah.
here, Gary. You can tell me. It's okay.
Yeah, I would get killed. I would get killed if I told you. So anyway, point being that we've got amazing products currently and coming out. That's all. So good
Yep.
news. Carolyn's supposed to be calling in. Dell says, I'm telling him click the link. I don't know where Carolyn is, but
Yeah, it's a Friday. It's a technical difficulties day, so I tried, Kyle. No Gary spoilers. I tried,
what?
my man.
Yeah, I know. I can't spoil this. Blair's in Ohio, doing whatever Ohioans do. I imagine what they do best is complain about that the Buckeyes didn't win by 47 points. Instead of they only won by 40. We're disappointed. I'm like, stop. It's so annoying. You guys dominate like all the time, and this is where we're at. So,
Yeah.
right. So, shout out to your dealership. How about that? How about a little shout out?
Shout out to Tawanda Automotive here. We're a Dodge Chrysler Jeep Chevrolet franchised dealership.
I do like the those Jeep cars. I would love a Jeep.
Yeah.
I want the higher end one, which I can't afford, Nathan. So I'm not.
Yeah.
Kidding.
No Grand Wagoneer in your future.
I would love it. That's my car. That's the one I want. Can I win one at your
Oh yeah,
dealership?
don't I have to somehow? I'm supposed to be getting a Lexus or something from you, right? Or is
You're
that
getting a Lexus from me? I don't remember this conversation.
no?
Carolyn's checking her emails,
Well,
so that's good.
hey,
Thanks, Carolyn.
yep.
This is just
Well,
this
while we're
is what I
waiting,
call.
what about your time out here when we had you out for the races? I mean, I am your go bowling pin man from Watkins Glen. How'd you enjoy Watkins Glen?
Yeah, Watkins Glen is it's an unfair assessment for me because I stayed in a great hotel that had a balcony
Mm-hmm.
that was amazing. So yeah, like I it was. I told Leanne it was one of the most beautiful places I've ever been in my life. And then of course the race was great. And so Carolyn and Dell have figured out how to push a button, and now Carolyn's that's great, and they're gonna join us now. So let's bring in our celebrity folks here. Carolyn.
Well, here's what the situation is. The entire area of Fort Worth, and we just got an email on it a few days ago. We're I don't want to say the brand name, but we all run on the same internet. The issue is the entire city is not happy with the internet service, and they're trying to fix it. But it's give or take every day, and it's been like this for about probably 3 months, 4 months. And I don't know what they're going to do, but we went out and bought ourselves a new router or whatever just so to try to get it. So I don't know. Dallas isn't having a problem. All of Fort Worth is. So who knows? I don't know.
Carolyn, you missed the beginning of the show. So I'm going to play the video that I started the show with.
Okay.
And you probably would have missed it anyway because Facebook has locked us out of our own account. So we're live on YouTube right now. So I don't even know what's
Is
happening.
everybody going crazy?
The whole world is going crazy. So we're not live on the Facebook as usual. We're live on YouTube.
Okay.
And we are going to post this on our Facebook platforms later. But let me
Okay.
play this video, watch the video, and then let's talk about Ballard versus Big C. It's a big weekend for you guys. Nathan's excited. I'm excited. You and Dell look great. I love your jerseys you got on. Let's play the video and have you guys come back in 1 second here.
All right. Hello, everyone. It's Carolyn Dorin Ballard. My husband, Dell Ballard, and I are the co-presidents of Ballard versus the Big C, striking back to spare more lives. Our lives were forever changed in 2010 when Dell was diagnosed with tonsil cancer. As Dell always says, he beat cancer, but there is constant treatment. Going into our 11th year, we have raised over $800,000 to help families going through the cancer journey. Our benefactors, Cancer Care Services, North Texas Laryngectomy Society, and Baylor All Saints contribute in many different ways to help families. They provide nutritional supplements, chemo treatments, navigator programs, financial and emotional support, and voice boxes for those who can't speak. Thank you to the bowling community and especially to the SYC families for supporting our passion. None of this would be possible without your support. Good luck to all the bowlers this year, and please check out all our social media pages, and please check out ballardversusthebigc.org.
Go Ballard versus the Big C!
All right, well, that's how we open the show. I don't know. It's kind of an emotional journey, isn't it?
Yeah, I get teary-eyed every time I see it.
Yeah. Well, you
little
guys
bit.
are doing great work. I texted Dell in our fun group text where we talk about football last night, telling them what you guys have done with you had this adversity in life, and you had to go through it, and you still go through it, and it never ends. And then you turned around and have done something good. And at the time of that video, when that was created, we're talking over 800,000 raised for other people, and now I'm sure it's more. And then tomorrow we'll even get much bigger. So tell us about it.
So tomorrow we start, we actually created, because of our friends, we've called it now a weekend of giving. So we start tomorrow at 9 a.m. There will be a Storm Roto and 900 Global matchmaker in which people come and start donating money. We've partnered with Carter Blood Care. So there will be a Carter bus outside of Bolero, and we've invited everyone at 10 a.m. to start coming and donating blood if they want to. And then at noon, we start Ballard versus the Big C, and it will run until about 4 or 5 o'clock. Silent auction, live auction. You can go to our Facebook page and donate. It's just a great weekend of just a lot of community services coming together that we never thought we would be involved in. And of course, our three benefactors, Cancer Care Services, North Texas Laryngectomy Society, and Baylor All Saints, will all be there. They are non bowlers, but they have started to bowl over the years and go bowl for fun. They've hosted their work parties at Bolero to just because they've had so much fun. And on Sunday, we are actually hosting a Ballard versus the Big C North Texas USBC Youth Adult event that will also benefit BVBC. So it's just a great weekend. It starts tomorrow at 9 a.m. with the festivities starting, but the actual event starts check-in is at noon.
I love it. So thanks for doing all that work. And I know you have a great team. Shout out to your team. We love working with them.
Mm-hmm.
Vicky, and you mentioned your North Texas USBC friends. They're working hard, right? Is it Tina
Oh my
and
God.
Terry and
Everybody. Yeah.
yeah.
I just got a text. I'm on with you. And Vicky's like, can I come by and pick up the boxes? And she goes, I know you're on a live stream. And I'm like, I'm trying to text you while I'm on the live stream.
Yeah.
No, we're just kind of, yesterday, today is just kind of the final touches to what we need, or, just getting everything over to Bolero Euless, and their staff over there has just been fantastic. They open the doors and just it's really, they just give us run of the place, which is fantastic. But
Yeah.
somewhere during this, before I hang up, I did get, I think I had mentioned to you, Gary, uh, we got some great fact sheets from our benefactors as to actually how our money from our event has helped survivors and their families. So whenever we get into that, just remind me.
I think we should get into it now. And then what I'm going to do is bring up, after you tell us a little bit of the statistics, I'm going to bring up your website,
Okay.
BVBC, it's Ballard versus Big C.org. I will bring it up on our next slide and you'll be able to walk us through the website. But I see for people that are not able to be in attendance at this annual event that you have or be at the other events we have all year long, you can still help if you choose to do so. There's a donate now button right on the website. We'll get to that. First, talk to us about the statistics and how how it helps people.
It's unbelievable. Sometimes, and I've talked about this in the past, is we give this money and we specify the areas that we would like the money to go to. Now, we may never meet these people, except for the fact of every year Cancer Care has a team, and it's a team that has a survivor on it and for their family. So it's just the most awesome feeling to actually see someone that we have helped. And for example, $398,000 to Cancer Care has provided 796 gas cards so that people can get to treatment. 200 of individuals have been helped with treatments because they haven't had any insurance, and 265 families or patients have been helped financially with maybe a mortgage payment or their car payment so that they don't lose anything during this time frame. Because don't forget, treatments don't last just a day or 2 weeks. It could last 6 months. It could last 9 months. You just never know. And that's just, some of that from Cancer Care. Patient navigator system is so important. And for anyone listening, if you are diagnosed or you know a friend that's diagnosed or family, whatever it be, the very first question you should ask is, may I have a patient navigator? And that person will take over your family. They are your lifeline. They will help set up appointments, point you in the right direction, help you with taking care of insurance, so that you are not overwhelmed with that while you're trying to uh, become better. So it's a very important program. And also, if anyone there has a cancer care service or a hospital in their area that's always looking for donations, please ask if they have a nutritional supplement area that they can donate to. Because in Dell's case, with head, neck, and throat, he is still on a feeding tube. So the way they eat and they get their nutritional supplements is through, um, you know, liquid. And it's a very important part of their ongoing health. So if you care to donate, even locally, please ask if there's a nutritional supplement area in the hospital that you can donate to.
I love it. And actually, our co-host today, Nathan Johnson here, my good friend in Elmira, New York area. Unfortunately, his dad is starting treatments down in Florida on Monday, right, Nathan?
Yep, that is correct. So
Okay. Oh,
He's
I'm sorry to hear
diagnosed.
that.
What was he diagnosed with?
I'm not sure the technical name, but he does have cancer in the back of his tonsil area in his tongue. It has not spread past his lymph nodes, but he is starting the chemo, radiation, all that stuff here this week. So
Yeah, and so
Well,
this is great advice, Carolyn, to all of us that have family members that go through and they get these diagnoses, and so that's a lot of what you and Dell have been. Because when it happened with Dell, you guys had to navigate it and learn it and go, oh my gosh, this is so much stuff going on, we don't have a clue. And then when you started telling me about it, I started opening my eyes to, boy, just getting to appointments was something that you taught me on. Like you said, sometimes people don't have a ride to get. They have to get an Uber. They have to get a something that costs money. And so all the stuff that you do through the charity helps people. And I think that's what the key is. And the bowling community has been so supportive of your mission and your vision and trying to help others. And we're never going to meet these folks. We just are trying to help them through your organization, right? I mean, that's what
Right.
we're doing. And I'd call it being a good human being, which of course you and Dell are good human beings. Can we look at your website real quick and pull that up?
Absolutely. Go right ahead.
Let's see if we get this
Right.
crack-a-lackin'. All right, so here we are. We're on your Ballard vs. Big C website. I've got you and Dell in a little bubble. I could barely see part of Dell's face, but there he is. So I love this website. We walked through it. I'm on the Donate Now tab.
Yeah.
And so basically someone could click right there. They
Correct.
can use a credit card and they can make a donation if you so choose. The other thing that we've always said when we have these talks, look, you might not be able to financially make a donation, but you could share this information with your sphere of influence on your social channels, because if you share it, someone might, unfortunately, like our friend Nathan, our co-host, this is new diagnosis for the family to deal with, right? So you're going to find information and be able to reach out. So I don't
Cool.
know. It's you guys are doing a great thing. I'm looking at this gallery over here. If I can get it to pop up. Here's pictures from what you're going to be doing this weekend. And then other things. I know you guys go to a lot of the Storm Youth Championships, and proceeds from some of that goes to you guys, and so that's great. What's this sponsorship tab? What is this? Sponsor packages. I want to sign up. Nathan, let's sign up and be a sponsor.
Well,
I actually was looking at that.
we're very grateful to Storm, Rotagrip, and 900 Global. I think I would say you guys do. You do a overwhelming amount for Ballard versus the Big C, so you get top tier sponsorship. But one of the other things is if you can't donate, the other way as well is when you are sharing that information, we are always looking for new sponsors to come on board and be a part of what we are. And also, if you can't donate financially, if you would care to donate a gift basket or something, or a gift card, something where when we have our events, that helps us build our tables and our auction items. So there's so many different ways that you can, contribute to Ballard versus the Big C. And again, we are a 501c3, so everything is tax deductible. It's awesome. And there's a lot of emotions that go on in the next couple days, because unfortunately every year we hear of more and more people that are going through this journey that I wish on no one, or we've lost. And that's, I think, what really impacts us that day, is that for as much as we're doing, we still don't have the full answer, but we are making it better. We are helping people until we find that cure or that final answer, so that we don't. I would, you know what? My ultimate goal is not to have to run Ballard versus Big C. Wouldn't that be awesome?
Yeah, that'd be great.
I hate to say that, but I love it. Don't get me wrong. But one day I hope I say, you know what? We don't have to do this anymore, because you know what? It's done. It's gone. It's
Yeah.
no longer here. So hopefully we get to that point. But if not, we'll just continue to make sure that we do everything we can to help those that we will never meet, but we know are better because of what we as a bowling industry do together.
Yeah. All right. Listen. Ultimately, the Morning Bowl became a bowling show, and it became a way to keep our community a little together. We launched it during the pandemic, right when the pandemic started, and we continue to do the shows because we just feel like we can get together as a group. And Storm is all about forming a community and loving all of our bowling folks that are out there. And so I need to have our co-host Nathan ask you some bowling related question. He's got 2 Hall of Famers right on the show with us.
Right.
You guys are absolute legends on the lanes. And so, Nathan, you got any bowling questions that you want to ask?
We're ready.
So I put it out there to my bowlers to see if they had any questions. And the only question, honestly, that I had given to me was, in your opinion, what is the GOAT ball from the SPI products?
The goat ball.
Yeah, put you on the spot.
I kind of have an
What
answer
is
for
the
that.
best?
Let's see. Do you have one? Well,
Dell's
there's
going
some
high road because he would literally tell people all roads lead back to the high road at some
It
point.
does. That is one of them. But yeah, the lane always comes to a high road.
Lane always comes
Yep.
to a high road.
I gotta say that the phase 2 by
Yeah.
far probably a steady Eddie. And in the Roto Grip line, I have to tell you, I wish they'd bring it back, but I called it the Dark Star.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And it was a great ball, man. It was almost like the high road in the Roto Grip line for me. And yeah, I loved that ball. Or the original agent was another that had a lot of longevity. Yeah. So, but I would say right at the phase 2, I mean, do you ever see anybody who doesn't have a phase 2 in their bag? And if
No.
they don't have a phase 2, don't you go like this? Why don't you have a phase
Yeah.
2?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, like if you
Kind of
bowl,
like going like this. Where's your spare ball?
yeah.
Yeah.
If you bowl, you gotta have a phase 2 in your bag, in my opinion. They're just saying.
I cannot. Thursday morning, I was bowling league, and one of our good friends comes up to me and he goes, "Oh my gosh, I just drilled a phase 2." And I looked and I said, "You just drilled a phase 2?" And he goes, "I don't know." He goes, "I have no idea why I didn't have one in my bag." He goes, "But I absolutely love it." And I said, "Everybody has a phase 2." I was using mine actually. So yeah, that's what I would go with.
All right, listen, I promise to keep you guys here for about 15 minutes. My time is up. I want to make sure that you guys understand how much we appreciate and love you guys. And thank you. Thank you for being the example for all of us to live our lives a little better and help others and put their needs above our own. Carolyn, we have this conversation so much. Like, hey, by the way, world, it's not about you. It's about something.
Definitely the word "I" and "me"
Yeah.
does not come into play this weekend. And if you really truly want to give back the right way, it really is about team. So you always have to remember that. And there are greater things bigger than yourself. You can be a part of it, but definitely many things are bigger than ourselves. That's for
And
sure.
we'll say this, and we firmly believe in our chats over all these years with Ballard versus the Big C and Storm and all the people we come across. It is not always about the money donation. We appreciate it. We love it. It's much appreciated. It will go to good use. Promise. We promise
Yes.
it'll go to good use. But everyone in bowling is a part of Ballard versus the Big C, and it's important for our community to understand that, man, just as simply sharing the link and getting the information out there, because someone's going to be going through it and they're going to need help and they need to navigate it. And if we can help them navigate it, that is a win. That's what you and Dell have put together at BVBC. It's
Correct.
like, let's help others get through this hard time, right?
Yeah. Yep. And just quickly, if you ever have any questions, anyone, it doesn't matter where you live. If you ever have any questions, they can always contact me through Facebook or Instagram or our website. If we don't have the answer, we have a network of people that we can go to help get you an answer. So we don't know everything, but we have built a network here that help people all over. And also, just I'll leave you with this: if you are thinking about donating, there's 2 numbers, and I always say this: it costs $225 to give someone a voice box. They have to be replaced, and it's $200 roughly a week for Dell to eat with nutrition. So when you put perspective in that, it's not cheap, but
Yeah.
if you are thinking about donating and I just thought I'd throw that out there, and because we all think everything is free and it's really not free, even when you have
Yeah.
insurance. So, but I appreciate everything you all have done. And we could not do this without Storm's support and the brands of Storm, and with all of you, our team SPI family. So we thank you as well.
Have a great weekend, and say hi to my wife who's attending your event this weekend. She's in Fort Worth right now,
So
traveling around.
funny thing about that, now you're the second person who spilled the beans, because I truly don't think I was supposed to know Leanne was here, but someone told me last week, and I don't think I was supposed to know, and now you just told me. So see, now I definitely know.
She's been there a day. She's going to City View today to try to get a lesson from you guys at your
Oh,
pro
sure.
shop.
Okay. Yeah, we're going to meet Chris Schlemmer here at noon.
Well, you'll see Leanne over there, and have a great time. And
Okay.
thanks for everything. Have a great weekend.
Thank you. Bye. We
Yep.
love you guys.
Thanks.
Bye.
All right, Nathan. The Great Ballards and what they're
Wow.
doing is awesome. And man, it's just so good to do something good for other people. You do it all the time. You're always giving back, and so I appreciate it. You know it's Friday, right, Nathan?
It is Friday.
Do you know what happens
You know what
on
Friday
Fridays?
is?
Do you know what happens on
I
Fridays?
know. I do.
You do?
Is it a new one? We got
We
new
have
Brady?
a new we have a new Brady Storms Bowling Science Kid episode.
That kid is super smart. I love watching his segments every Friday.
Wait till you watch this one. He did it. Filmed it in Sweden. He was in Sweden last week bowling the Lucky Larson tournament, and he has. I watched it when I downloaded his video that he sent me. I watched it and I was like, this kid is unbelievable. Every time I see a Brady episode, if you haven't seen Brady's episodes, because you're a YouTube person and we normally are streaming on Facebook, go back and look at some of the Friday morning bolts. He's done over 100 episodes, 100 science experiments. They're fantastic. They're fun. And we're going to play it for you now, this week's episode from Sweden. Then we'll come up back to wrap up the show.
Hey Storm Nation, it's Brady, Storm's Win Science Kid. Last week, I got to bowl the Lucky Larson PBA tournament in Helsingborg, Sweden. When I wasn't on the lanes, I got to look around town, and I found the Karnan Castle. After touring the castle for a bit, I found the royal chambers, occupied the throne, and promptly declared myself king. I found my new kingdom had a large surrounding grounds, perfect for outdoor bowling. The castle was built in the 1300s, and there were no AI cores or R2S cover stocks back then, so I wondered, what could they have used to make a proper USBC-approved 15-pound bowling ball? First, I calculated the density of a 15-pound, regulation-sized bowling ball. Standard 10-pin bowling balls have a diameter of approximately 8.5 inches. Using the formula for the volume of a sphere, 4/3 pi r cubed, we get the volume of 322.159 cubic inches. Now, using the formula for density, which is mass divided by volume, we get a density of 0.0466 pounds per cubic inch. Now, there were only a few materials which could be used to make an 8.5-inch sphere: rock, steel, or wood. Rock and steel are too dense and would weigh too much, so that leaves wood. But there are many different kinds of wood, all with different densities, so what's the best type of wood to use to start my new bowling kingdom? Well, balsa wood is very light with a density of 0.016, which would result in a 5-pound bowling ball. Pine is a little heavier at 0.031, which would result in a 10-pound ball, still not quite enough, but if you look at oak, maple, or teak, they all have densities around 0.47, which would make a great 15-pound sphere to knock them down. Now, where to get those pins? That's it for this week. If you have any ideas for cool bowling science experiments that you'd like to see tested, you can message me on Instagram at BowlingReady300. And be sure to tune in next week for more of me, Brady, Storm's Bowling Science Kid, and remember to bowl with the storm.
Oh, Nathan, what do you think of Brady's experiment this week?
I'm waiting for part 2. I need to see this in action now. I mean,
Yeah.
he gave us that tease.
That's what I'm saying.
That's just
I think
he's just wicked smart.
I love it. He knocks these things out every week. I want to say 113 episodes or something like that he's done, or science experiments, and in just one a week. He's done it for a couple years now, and him and his dad Brian do such an amazing job, and they're always so entertaining and fun. And Brady is a great bowler, by the way. He's fantastic. The two-handed style, he's powerful, and he makes his spares. He's a really great player, and they're fun. They're just awesome.
I actually got a chance to say hi to Brady and Brian when they were up here in Rochester for SYC. So
Yeah.
really, really nice people.
All right, so you probably need to get going back to work because you're actually at work right now. Thank you to the dealership for letting us monopolize your time this morning.
Yeah, but technically now it's like lunchtime, so I've kind of been working, so not go to lunch.
Is it so? This is work, and then you get to leave and go to lunch after this?
Yeah, why not?
Nathan, there's people that need their new Jeeps and cars.
That is true. I am my own boss though right now. So
All right. Well, you can check in.
I'll let myself slide. So I'll check in with everybody, see how things are going. I'll go back to work.
And then you'll go get some wings because you're in upstate New York. Is that where Buffalo wings came from? Did they originate in Buffalo?
I would like to know, but they have some pretty nice wings up there when I've been up to Buffalo.
How far is Buffalo from where you are?
So from my house, I am probably 2.5, 3 hours away from Buffalo because I am like on the border of New York and PA.
What is your team in football? Who do you root for?
The last time that I can tell you that I actually rooted for a team in football
Okay.
goes back to Joe Montana days in the Kansas City Chiefs.
Okay, that's a long time. You're not a football.
That is, I'm not. A lot of the sports I kind of grew out of. Bowling's monopolized a lot of it. So
Yeah. All right, my friend. Well, listen, thanks for co-hosting the Morning Bolt with us this morning. To our normal viewers, we're going to find out what Facebook's up to and why they're angry at Storm Bowling. But hey, YouTube, thanks for having us this morning. We appreciate you all, and we hope that you had a great time with the Ballards. These are two of the greatest players our sport has ever seen, and that was on the lanes. Now off the lanes, they have fantastic coaching business. They have fantastic pro shops, and they have this fantastic charity. All related and tied into this great sport of bowling. So thank you to Dell and Carolyn. And Nathan, say hi to Coach, and I hope his treatments start well on Monday, and he kicks cancer's butt.
yeah, I appreciate it.
All right, people. We'll see y'all next time
All
on
right.
the Morning Bolt.
Have a good weekend, everybody.